Well, we are down here, and it is my fourth try at this game. First game was a premature ejection. I guess is a better way to put it. Uh, and that might have been a rule, maybe a little bit of rule fogginess that led to that one. My second game was just a pure didn't meet the criteria to keep the game going, and that was mostly a card issue. Now that third game, though, we went pretty smooth, didn't have no rule issues, but we did come up a little short on the necessary administration, glory, political points. We didn't have enough to keep going, and we ended up turning the reins back over to King Louis the 18th. Odd way of doing it, but hey, that's what happened. We are on our fourth try at this game, having a good time, just playing it every once in a while. And as a matter of fact, we got a little bit of a rain day today. Made it all the way up to 1797 here, and we are doing the obligatory Egyptian/Syrian campaign. And this is, I want to make a little note, the way Mr. Racer has this early part of his career now. It's hard to make it up through this part of the career to the Emperor deck, I'm telling you that right now. The furthest I've made it up was first consul, and then he turned the reins over to the former king, only because he didn't have enough political clout, I think is what we needed. All we needed was a mere 1 point of political clout, or one measly political point, and we would have survived. So keep these things up at all times. As a matter of fact, we got a spot right now where we are doing the Egyptian campaign. And I like the way he does this, too. This is a great way he does all this. I mean, you have to go through it a few times to get it all smoothed out. But once you go through it, the game, you'll see how things should maybe go the beginning of the game. I haven't made it to the middle parts that much. Because, like I said, it's only my fourth game. But this will be my fourth incarnation of the Commander deck. So we're getting this down pretty well pat. In the Egyptian campaign, you're going to have yourselves a 1 die roll modifier in all combat rounds. Oh, no. I'm sorry, that +1 die roll modifier. So there you go. We started off with 1 +1 die roll modifier. Ooh, now we're over here with this prisoners massacred. In which case, part of the segment, but during the first campaign round of the Egyptian campaign, so Egypt comes first, and he moves north into Syria. I could choose either to lose 3 glory or 1 die roll modifier in all combat rounds for both campaigns. So, 3 glory or 1 die roll modifier. Huh. Now, I'm debating on whether it means 3 glory in each combat round. That would be a lot of glory. Well, I guess you'd only have maybe 2 or 3, so you'd got the maximum maybe losing 6 or 9. But here you go again. I ain't got much glory. This is a slow start. Now we have incorporated the 1796 deck, and before we got the first consul, we incorporated a card 29 deck. So that's how that worked out. Unless card driven, unless otherwise told by the cards, first consul deck won't come over until 1893. But a card play could have it come sooner. That's one of the sticking points when we first started with this game. All right, so anyway, I don't have 3 glory. I don't want to get my glory. I got only 4. I don't want to be down to 1. So we're going to have to go with a -1 die roll modifier. That'll put us back to 0. All right, that's every round of combat. There's a lot to remember in this game, too. So that's Prisoners Massacre. Let's go to the next one. Bubonic Plague. Now, as I said, this has been our 4th time playing this game, so this is an post-combat. Or maybe it isn't. Oh, there was one where they went and visited the sick. I think that's one I'm getting mixed up with. All right, -1 die roll modifier in all combat rounds in the Syrian campaign. Now, that's Syria, not this one. So I think we get away with it. Discard without effect unless the Syrian campaign. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So this one don't come into effect right now because we're in Egypt. Also, we were supposed to take out all the campaign modifiers that didn't have to do with Egypt or Syria. So there's 2 or 3 of them here that normally would have been used, but in this case, they got a special criteria unless it's got Egypt, Syria on it. right here. You don't use it. All right, so now we're up to, we're even. No die roll modifiers. I've been using Bonaparte leads a bunch. I've been taking full advantage of it. And I will gain 3 die roll modifier in 1 combat, so that'll give us up to +3. But have to roll for them, make sure you don't get killed. And so far, it's been all right. And you always got the Napoleon luck. So we'll go there. Ooh, may gain 1 administrator in first round of combat. Now we'll use Bonaparte's plans. So -1 administrator. Although, you know what? We could skip this. Let's not pay 1 administrative cost because we've already paid for our generals. So let's use him instead because we can only get 1 more +4, 1 more die roll modifier. So we've already paid the cost for him. See, you don't want to pay twice. It's only a +1 die roll modifier. Pay for it, already paid. So we'll pay for this one. We'll use a old So go over here. You got Agaro and Marat. So there you go. We're all set to go with our +4 die roll modifier. Good deal. That's what you want. Here's our campaign battle. We want to get a 9 or more high die roll with a +4 modifier. All right, a good roll. 5 + 4, and that'll do it. No more rounds of combat. Oh, good old victory. All right, so then you go down here, because there's going to be more to it on this campaign. I think that he automatically shifts shit to Syria. Now, that might have been a mistake I did not, or that I made in the very first time I played this game. So when you go to Egypt, you're already, I think he goes with the cards, you go automatically to the Syrian campaign. Let's look and see here. Victory, 10 glory. Defeat, blah, 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 blah. In either case, resolve segment 9-4, and then immediately place and play Syrian campaign. See, there you go. All right, so we get 10 glory. Wow. And we already have 4, so it'll be 14. You gotta watch my math here sometimes. And plus, this board is, he tells you which way to go. But it's basic. But I'm not the super sharp. It's doing a shed, so I've had to watch it a couple times. All right, that's good. Victory. 10 glory, defeat, minus, blah, blah, blah. In either case, we do something. All right, let's go over here, though. There, minus. All right, in each case, part of the segment during the first campaign, round Egyptian campaign, either choose. All right, we already -1 die roll modifier, blah. We're done with that. All right. Bubonic plague. During all combat rounds of the Syrian campaign, this one didn't come into effect, all right, but it will now. So let's go over here. I think this card here, I don't know if this one, they both apply. They're both going to apply during Syria. I think I seen it wrote on them. All right. This is all good. Bonaparte leads. Bonaparte's plans. He's an used commander, and we got 2 more commanders for the Syrian campaign. All right, there's nothing else that happens. A bonus for after the campaign. I think I've seen in some of these you can loot. There's one where you visit the sick. I don't see that on here, but I think they have leprosy, and you have to roll on that stuff too. So, all right. Now, did we use the Bonaparte leads? Yes, we did. So we're going to have to do this. There's one more thing. We got to see if I got killed. So there you go. Roll with no die roll modifiers. Need a high roll. It's a 5. You almost want. Yeah, that's the one we want because Napoleon gets wounded, and I get 5 more glory. So we'll take that. All right. 14, 5. Oh, how much more we get? 5 more glory. Oh, 19 glory now. All right. Having a great time with this game. We'll switch it back up. I got to get ready for the Syrian campaign, so I end up moving north. Didn't use my luck yet. And just keeping the little drop-ins. You can see where I'm at with this game. And like I said, we're getting familiar. So we know what to do. Unfortunately for me, we got Josephine as a wife. I think I'd rather have Desiree. But as a matter of fact, in my game, we pulled the Josephine cheats card first, and then the very next card was, and we didn't have a wife yet, so that was negated. But then we picked Josephine, so we don't have to worry about her cheating on us. Just embarrasses you some, gives you some, costs you some political points, maybe, and some glory when your wife cheats on you. All right, just a little drop in. We'll be back. Maybe I'll be back and we'll go through the Syrian campaign. We'll be right back. All right, moving on over here now to the Syrian campaign. And that'll be over here in this potential campaign spot. You can see he's got potential treaties. You need a big old workspace here for all this. You can see I kind of got my plexi going on. It's helping me out a lot too with all this space. So you bring the old Syrian campaign. Egyptian campaign is over with, and let's read this one. Immediately resolve another campaign resolution phase. Maximum 2 commanders, in which must come from those. Now, we do remember this from our first go-round with this game. I was wondering, you'll even see it in the video, I'll say, well, how in the hell do I remember? Well, I remember what the commanders I used in Egypt, but that's the caveat. I didn't resolve Syria right after Egypt, so, rookie mistake. I think, though, if I would have looked back and read everything, if there's anything that goes wrong with this game, it ain't the designers, so you can put it right here. All right. Immediately resolve another campaign resolution phase. 2 commanders, which must come from those used in the Egyptian campaign. So I'm wondering if this one here used. Okay. I'm thinking the used commanders was for no more rounds of combat. Now he can go back over here. He's available, according to this. So if I had another round of combat in Egypt, he couldn't have been used. Time's moved on. We're going up north. I'm thinking he's going to be available then. Okay. 2 commanders with much come from those from the Egyptians. So I can only use 2, and I have 3 here, looks like. So let's see who we want to use. We've already paid for them. 1 administrator to use 1 in any 1 combat round. Or do we have to pay for them again? That's another thing. Maximum 2 commanders. I think we probably got to pay for them again, don't you think? Huh. Who do we want? We'll take Juno. He's always good. Wow, 1 political to use. Yeah, we like that because we don't want to be living. We got plenty of political. So we'll take Agaro just for his, just for the effect that he costs political points and not glory or administrative. I mean, we're a little administrative short. So yeah, Agaro will be one of them. 2 administrative, or rather 1 or 2 glory to use, or 1 of king. We'll use him. Or if king of Naples plus any time. 2 glory to use. We're going to use Marat. He's going to cost us 2 glory to use. Only 1 administrative if he was king of Naples. So 2 glory to use. Gives us 17 from 19. He'll be one of them. Oregano, or whoever, minus 1 political point to use, and he'll be the other one. Juno will go back into our generals. Let's read on with some more Syrian campaign. All right. Minus 2 die roll modifiers in all combat rounds. Wow. All right. And they got some instructions there. We're going to spend some time up there, so the year's going to go by. In other words, which is fine. I'm loving all the details that he put into this game. For the cost that you're paying for this game, you're getting a treasure trove. So yeah, it's definitely worth the money. All right, let's go ahead and minus 2. We'll start at 0 in this campaign. Minus 2. All right. Let me see. Must place in campaign. Discard an effect unless Egyptian campaign RC, in which case, as part of the segment during the first campaign round of the Egyptian campaign, choose either. All right. It says Egyptian campaign. Choose either 3 glory or 1 die roll modifier in all combat rounds for both campaigns. Wow. During the first campaign round of the Egyptian campaign, choose. Thus resolving campaign or Syrian campaign, in which case, as part of the segment during the first campaign round of the Egyptian campaign, choose either minus 3 glory or 1 die roll modifier in all combat rounds for both campaigns. All right, whatever. We're not suffering any more glory, or should we? Yeah, we'll suffer glory on this one because we gained a bunch of glory in our last campaign, so now we're a little bit glory rich. We don't want that die roll modifier to go down, so minus 3 glory, we'll take that. So that'll give us 14 glory from 17. And we'll only suffer a die roll modifier, so that's minus 2 or minus 1. We had to do minus 2 already, so it's minus 3 with that plus 1 on the prisoners massacred. Ooh. Why did you do that, Napoleon? He says they broke their parole. So in other words, they've been captured before, released, and made a promise not to come back and fight. And then they got captured again. I guess they ran their names and said, hey, you guys were supposed to be on the battlefield. You're out of here. And he said he wouldn't have done that. He only did it because they were Arabs and not Europeans, which is totally racist. But, you know, he is what he is. All right, prisoners massacred. That's that. All right, we got that taken care of. Bubonic plague. -1 during all combat rounds in the Syrian campaign. Ooh, the bubonic plague comes into effect. We're at -4, Dyro modifier. Wow. Syria is a tough nut to crack. Discard effect unless the Syrian campaign, in which case, as part of the segment, Napoleon may visit the sick by rolling a die. So we got to put this one up here. I remember that. All right, so I visit the sick after the campaign. Now, for my plus modifiers, I will definitely lead. Give me a +3, so only at -1. I'll have to roll for my life afterwards, see if I got killed. Ooh, May -1 administratives. Here we go again. We don't want to. We've already paid for a -1, so Bonaparte's plans are not going to be used. And we'll go up here to commander. Or do we want to? Yeah, we could. We could use as many as we can get because we're in a negative, so we will pay 1 administrative cost. Oh, that's we got administrative. Oh. We gotta get up here though. I'll pay the administrative. Okay, back down to 0 because we lose these after this anyway. All right, after combat resolution comes down here to all this, the cleanup phase, because we'll skip these because we're not first council or emperor yet. When we come down here, they'll get wiped out, so use them instead of losing them. All right, so that gave us 1 Dyro modifier in first combat round. That's what we're looking for. So we're up to 0 with Napoleon's plans. Egaro. May place the commander's loyalty 9 or 10. I've already played a political cost to use them. We'll get 1 Dyro modifier in any 1 round of combat. Just 1 round, so 1 of these done. So there's that. We'll put him in used commanders. And we're going to have Marat. We've already played the 2 glory to use them. +2 Dyro modifier in 1 combat round. Oh, after the first. Ouch. All right, well, that's it. We'll only get our 1 +1. Could be a 2-rounder. Could be bloody. I could die. High die rolls in this game are needed. Oh, you can't make that up. All right, well, that equals a total victory. Now we'll see what happens to Napoleon. Or what happens to me. Because I am Napoleon with a 2. Not good. Napoleon's killed and the game ends. No way. Because we got Napoleon's luck. Napoleon's luck will come into effect. What is wrong with this goofy-ass camera? Do you know how to go? All right. Unused is what we're looking for. I'm going to roll again. Wow. Here you go. Game on the line. Anything but a 1 or 2. Ah, it's it. Napoleon is killed and the game ends. Oh, freaking. Hi, Napoleon. We hardly knew you. We're going back to our 5th game. Wow. Having fun. I got some stuff I got to do on my day off today. It takes a little bit. It ain't too hard, but you got to go through the cards to get everything set up. Man, trying to break through. Well, we didn't even make it to first council this time, so. Oh, man, it's tough. Oh, tough game. And what's really kind of unbelievable is during my very first game of first president, or not first president, of Mr. President. Man, we made that all the way through. I finally achieved. He says you can't. There's no victory level. There is a victory level in there because it says if you hit a certain stage, you were declared the greatest president ever. So, man, not doing too good in the old Napoleonic times, but it's all tie roll. It's all fun. That's it. A little drop in on my 4th crack at Napoleon. We're back to the drawing board for game number 5.